2 feet. That is a touchdown. I love the route. He's going against James Pierre.
3rd down and 4, low snap. Rudolph's pass is...
Two best players Steelers must trade for in 2024 NFL offseason. The standard has fallen in recent years for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they will need to make major moves this offseason after coming up short again in 2023. Quarterback is a major question mark, as Kenny Pickett continued to struggle and Mason Rudolph, who is a free agent, only had a small sample size of adequate play when filling in for Pickett. If general manager Omar Khan is unable to secure a legitimate starting quarterback this offseason, it could doom the Steelers' 2024 season before it even starts. Elsewhere, the offensive line could also use improvement. There are 2 players expected to be available on the trade market who could address both of these key concerns in Pittsburgh over the next few months. Khan should absolutely be on the phone with these 2 teams to see if these potentially impactful players are available. So let's take a look at who they are and see why the Steelers should pursue them this offseason. Evan Neal. The Steelers' offensive line made some strides this past season, particularly in the running game. Once Broderick Jones became a full-time starter and the team committed to running the ball, they began physically overpowering their opponents and dominating on the ground. Things can get even better in 2024. Jones spent much of the season playing slightly out of position, as the team had him at right tackle as opposed to his more natural position at left tackle. If the Steelers are able to acquire a true right tackle, Jones will be able to slide back to his natural position, without any drop-off in play at right tackle. Dan Moore Jr. is a serviceable player who can be adequate in a pinch, but he is not the kind of guy you want playing the majority of snaps at left tackle. Jones was a rookie in 2023 and has already proven his worth as a run blocker. He is a hard worker and the Steelers can expect him to improve as a pass blocker this offseason. The Steelers should look to the New York Giants as a potential trade partner, as they will likely be looking to move on from Evan Neal, a natural right tackle who has not panned out for the Giants. Neal was drafted out of Alabama with the expectation that he would be the right tackle of the future for New York, but things haven't panned out that way. Neal has struggled in New York, and the team may be looking to move on from him this offseason. If that is the case, Neal may be a buy low candidate for Pittsburgh. Neal would have the opportunity to come into the Steel City with comparatively less fanfare and continue to develop without the weighty expectations that come with being a top 10 pick and playing in one of the biggest and most notorious media markets in the nation. Neal would be just another guy in Pittsburgh, and he may welcome that change. If he is able to develop into the kind of player he was projected to be coming out of college, both Neal and the Steelers would benefit immensely. Neal would potentially earn a significant payday in free agency, and the Steelers could secure their right tackle for the next decade without surrendering premium draft capital. Justin Fields. The next move the Steelers need to make is to acquire a new quarterback. At minimum, they must bring somebody in to compete with Pickett and Rudolph, assuming they can re-sign Rudolph in free agency. Their quarterback room simply has not been good enough since Ben Roethlisberger's retirement, and that has been the biggest issue that has been holding this team back. Quarterback is the most important position in football, and without a good signal caller, a team cannot expect to be competitive. The Steelers will need to make a significant upgrade at quarterback if they expect to be true Super Bowl contenders next year. Acquiring Justin Fields would go a long way towards addressing this problem. Fields' career has been up and down since he was drafted by the Chicago Bears with the 11th overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. Fields is one of the best mobile quarterbacks in the league, but he has struggled at times in the passing game. There is reason to be optimistic about Fields' future, though. While he has had his struggles with the Chicago Bears, their offensive line play during his time under center left a lot to be desired, and their coaching staff has been less than adequate when it comes to developing young talent. The Steelers do not have the luxury of waiting for Pickett to develop or for another quarterback to fall into their lap. With star defensive players such as Cam Hayward, T.J. Watt, and Minkah Fitzpatrick reaching the end of their primes, their Super Bowl window could be closing quickly. The Steelers must act quickly and take advantage of this opportunity to compete for Super Bowls. Aside from the quarterback position, the team is in excellent shape to be a real championship contender. Pittsburgh's defense is among the best in the league, and they also have excellent playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. For all the questions Deontay Johnson has faced in the past about his ability to catch reliably and his frustrating tendency to run backwards after the catch, he is one of the best route runners in the league and excels at creating separation. George Pickens is a freak of nature, a 6 feet 3 inches receiver with an excellent vertical that allows him to reach up and catch nearly any pass within his vicinity. Pickens is also a physical player who knows how to use his body to box out defenders. He's one of those rare receivers who is always open, even when he is covered. Again, the only thing holding the Steelers back is their quarterback play. If they can add a player who is at least average at quarterback, the Steelers will be a dangerous team next season that nobody will want to face. Fields can be that guy. His athleticism will add another dimension to the offense that they are currently missing, and his escapability will make things easier for a young offensive line by taking some of the pressure off of them. Fields also has a cannon on his right shoulder, and while his decision-making could improve, he has all of the physical skills to be what this team needs at quarterback. Pittsburgh has a golden opportunity to address their biggest needs by trading for low-cost, high-potential players without surrendering premium draft capital. Fields and Neal can likely be acquired without giving up any first-round picks, and they both could be key contributors for the next great Steelers roster if the front office decides to move for them.